So hi, I'm Natalie. I hope you're doing well. And today I wanted to address a question I get asked often. Natalie, how do I get more consistent results at manifesting? I get some of the time, but sometimes it's just not working. And I love that question because it happens to all of us. So here it is. Here's my answer to that. The best way to get better at manifesting is to implement a daily manifesting practice. And yes, I said daily. I didn't say hours every day. I just think 10 to 15 minutes with a focused practice time of manifesting can really up your game. And for me, by the way, that was the hardest thing for me to do. And I started doing a daily practice back in March. And that is what has changed my game and really upped my ability to manifest. It's also allowed me to get into the vortex. And here's what you need to do the same, because if it worked for me, it'll work for you. It's really just that simple, but you have to do the steps. So step number one, you're going to get clear about what you want, whether it's for that week, that month, or that the next 6 months, and you're going to feel that into your existence. And usually you're going to work, I would really recommend that you work with your monthly goals that you should set once a month, and just feel what that would feel like. And close your eyes, imagine it. You can ask yourself, what would it feel like to have all of those clients, to have that money coming in, and just to start feeling it. And you just need about a minute or two of that. You don't need a lot of it, but there should be joy behind it. And that's really the first step, getting clear. And number two, you're going to ask, and I actually say demand from the universe, that your goals be manifested this month or this week, today. And when you demand, you're asking a very specific vibration, which is it's going to happen today. And it's more for you to solidify in your brain that it's real. So you demand for what it is that you want. You could just say, hey, I demand, or you can write out a letter, you can do a prayer, you can do a meditation. There's one on my website. All right, number three, you're going to take action. Now, there's a couple of things you could do here. You can list 3 actions that you can take today, which works because, like you kind of know what you have to do. You've been working on it a while, but there's really something that's very unique and special about asking for the source for divine guidance. And the best way to ask for source is just to take a few minutes, take a few breaths in through your nose and out. Just reconnect with your breath and ground your feet by rubbing them against the ground and asking source for what actions you can take today to bring yourself closer to your goal. When you can hear that, when you can start acting on that intuition, magic will start happening. And remember, it doesn't have to happen in your 3 minutes of meditation. It can happen later in the day. Just start recognize it, start playing with it, and start acting on it. And it's not because it didn't work today that it won't work tomorrow. So keep practicing that until you get something. And if you need a little extra help, I'm here for that. That's the kind of thing that I can help you with and through, so that you can start receiving intuition. And intuition, by the way, isn't huge. It's not like it's going to fall on your lap. Most of the time, they're going to be very little subtle things. And so you need to acknowledge those pieces so you get more. But if you ask for divine guidance, now you can take action on divine guidance, and that will bring you closer to your manifesting even more quickly. All right, then you need to appreciate what you have. And appreciation isn't just about saying, oh yeah, that's great, that's great, that's great. It's also about connecting emotionally to it. And a great way to do that is to use tapping. Like, I really appreciate my clients today. And you tap on the top of your head. I really appreciate my clients, the forehead, below the eyes, below the nose, on the chin and on the thymus gland, underneath the arms and both of your wrists. I really appreciate, and just tap 3 or 4 rounds of that until you really feel it, because the more you can feel it, the higher the vibration will be. Then, which is weird, you're going to need to let go. And the way you're going to let go, and it's not about saying you don't care about the outcome, it's just about saying I'm okay if the outcome happens and I'm okay if it doesn't happen. And you're going to kind of like, it's kind of long for this video, but there's a great way to do that, is just to make a list and of what you're responsible for, what the universe is responsible for. That includes all the results and anything you don't have time to do. And you put that into the envelope and you put responsibility of the universe, and you'll see what happens. And it really does work. Give it a try. right? And that's the first step to letting go. Once you've let go, you also want to raise your vibration. Woo-hoo. And raising your vibration is something you should not miss. If you don't have time for everything else, you raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you get yourself into the vortex. And when you're in the vortex, you start manifesting. Because when you're in the vortex, you're feeling, and the law of attraction will bring you vibrations that match. If you're kind of feeling crappy, you're going to get more crap experiences. So you need to bring up your vibration. And for the whole month of March and April, I was doing the other steps, but what I was really focusing on was raising my vibration. And how do you raise your vibration? You ask yourself, what would feel good today, and you do it. It could be going out for a walk. It could be going for a run. You give yourself what you need to raise your vibration. And sometimes it's as easy as asking, oh, what was the best part of your day? You focus on what worked, and you just need to do that 2 or 3 minutes. And if you need a little extra time, do it before you do anything else, because it's how you get yourself into the vortex, and you need to be in there. All right, number 7, you release any resistance that is coming up for you. And there's different tools. There's EFT. There's you can like rewrite stories. There's all kinds of things, but releasing resistance is key when you start to get to the point where you're blocking because of your beliefs, your fears, your doubts, and all of it. Now, yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said, if you really want to get through something, just ask yourself, what are you really getting from this fear, from this doubt? Why are you choosing it in your life? If you can answer that and let it go, you're one step closer to really letting go and releasing the resistance, and then manifesting will start happening in your life. All right, so I have just told you what the best way is to get better and more consistent results at manifesting. You put in a daily manifesting practice. It doesn't mean that you do it every day. It means that you do it when it suits you. And I would recommend at least 3 or 4 times a week, and at least for a month. And then if you want to change it to once a week, you do that. But the more you do every day, the more consistent you are, the better you will be at manifesting. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to have all the details on the daily manifesting practice, go over to NathalieGuerin.com, click on free stuff. There is a quiz called what element are you using to manifest? Take it, sign up for the report, because in the report is a complete list of the steps you can take to implement your daily manifesting practice. All right, so let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I will see you soon. Take care.